Yeah, I think from the outside looking in, well, even with me, when I was exposed to hunting and I saw those deer hanging from basketball hoops, that first year I was in southern Utah, I was like, what is this? And it wasn't a favorable impression. It was, 'cause you just see these magnificent animals hanging dead from basketball hoops. And so you don't really see the level of respect. In fact, you look at it and it's easy to interpret that with a level of, or interpret it as disrespect for these incredible creatures. And I remember my very first hunt, I shot this deer and I was so nervous, I was so anxious about it. And I turned to my buddy and I said, man, I don't think I got him. He's like, no, you got him. And it was very important to me that if I was gonna go out and hunt, that I kill an animal, not wound an animal. That was very, very important to me. And I thought that I had hit it too far back and either gut shotted it or hit it in the rear. And I was a little heartbroken initially. And I looked at my buddy and I said, I don't know, I think I missed. He's like, no, you got him. And he said, do you know where he went? And I said, yeah, I followed him. So we waited a little bit of time. And I didn't know why we waited. My buddy said, well, we wait. We want him to settle down if you didn't hit him so we don't push him off. And I said, okay, I don't know anything. So, okay. So we waited about a half an hour, 30, 40 minutes, and we got up and went to where I shot him and did an initial scan. Didn't see a drop of blood, which confirmed my suspicion that I didn't hit him. And I was so frustrated. And my buddy Colin said, don't worry, if you hit him, let's just keep looking around. And we looked for a few more minutes and picked up the blood trail, and we started following that blood trail, and it couldn't have been more than 20, 25 yards. I saw the deer laying there. And I was so excited that he was laying there, and I started to walk up, and Colin's like, wait, just hold up. Like, let's just see if he's dead, So he had me wait. He restrained me, which was good because I was so excited and worked up, and sure enough, he was dead, and I walked up to him, and it wasn't a feeling of joy or satisfaction. That was the strange thing to me. Is it wasn't, like I wasn't excited. I was excited, but I don't even know how to explain. It's very difficult to explain. Anybody who's killed an animal, I think, would probably understand this. You went there, you completed what you wanted to complete, you achieved your objective, but there's a little bit of you that was kind of sad or disappointed, and I remember looking at this deer lying there thinking, that's a life, and I just took that life. And I think initially it's a very hard thing to reconcile, especially when you've never been exposed to it. It wasn't a family tradition. It wasn't anything that I was involved in previously. And so it was hard for me to make that connection between this animal has to die, and I took that animal's life, and you're being a good steward over the land and your resources. Like, how do you reconcile that? But the more that I got around good men who have been hunting all their lives, that learned from their fathers and their grandfathers, it became very clear to me that I'm part of the cycle. I'm part of it, but too many people do it from a distance, and it's easy and it's convenient, and when it's easy and convenient, you don't appreciate it. You don't respect it. And so when I saw that animal dead at my hands, there was a new level of respect for what I was doing, for the food that I eat. I never thought about a hamburger before. I just ate it. But when I saw that animal lying there and I had killed it, it hit me that, oh, this is part of the cycle. This is a critical component. And even though I may not previously have been the one doing it, it still was being done, and I was enjoying the benefit without having to go through the challenge and the struggle and the hardship. And now that I do that, it's a new level of respect for wildlife. It's a new level of respect for nature. It's a new level of respect when I sit down with my family or friends and we eat something that I killed or a friend killed. And I wish more people could see and understand how that reconciliation happens. Because when it does, you have a new level of respect. And in fact, I'd argue you are more appreciative, more respectful of wildlife and nature in general.